Howdy all Moglax Lives. I think it's time to play a little Arc Extinction. Alright. So last episode I got my forge up and going. I could definitely use a little more ingredients. So I think we'll take out the old Anki here for a little spin. And see about, you know what, yeah, let's just take him out for a little spin here and get some more metal. Oh, except this time, I'm not gonna ride him off a cliff. Maybe. I mean, let's face it. There's a good chance we're going off a cliff. I'm not. I'm not the best at not jumping off cliffs, so. I used to be my favorite thing to do in not my favorite thing to do, but it was one of my favorite things to do in MMOs, was to climb to the highest points you could climb to and then jump off just to fall through the sky. I feel like I did not go down the path I was expecting to go down. There was a big metal block in a different direction than the one I seem to have taken that I was going to knock down and get some metal out of, but instead I've wandered off into a different part of the city. I just got done with work. I literally just 2 seconds ago got out of work. And so thought I would jump on and get some arc done for the day. So far been having a pretty quiet week. I did, it was weird. I did go to the bank yesterday to put a fairly sizable deposit in, and it was crazy to me at how many questions they asked about what I was doing. It was crazy. I've never made a deposit of this size before, so it was new for me. And man, they were. What was weird is it was closing out of an investment account at the bank I was at. And so, like, the check that I was depositing came from their investment branch. But man, that lady was acting like I might have a forgery. Some weird questions involved in that. She was like, were you expecting this? Yup. Have you ever received a check like this from this company before? Nope, this is like a one-time thing. I'm like, in fact, we came into this branch right here last week and set this up. She's like, okay, so this was something you were expecting to get. Yup. I forget, she asked like half a dozen other questions and was checking out stuff on the computer, and it took like a half hour to deposit a single check. You know, I totally did not hit that thing. I think I did now. But yeah, it's just another piece of the inheritance stuff we've been dealing with. So hopefully get a little closer to getting all this done, because I am sick and tired of working on it. I know we still got a little bit more to go because we're waiting on the lawyer to deal with everything. I'm not sure where we're at in that process. We haven't actually heard back from her in a week. Although maybe the part of the process we're in is just, you know, I totally just walked right off a cliff, said I wasn't going to do it. What I do? Turned around, walked off a cliff. At least I landed on a turtle. So it didn't count. that's a Rex. I thought that was something else. I could use some more metal rocks, though. Oh man, I got up today. I see that somebody left the bathroom door open again. Dog has torn the hole. He's torn the wall a little bigger. I just don't understand. I don't think it's that hard to close the door. It would be one thing if it was like, oops, I forgot. This one time, I forgot. But it happened. Oh, this does not go anywhere. I am so sorry, Anki. I thought this led all the way over to there. It does not. Should you have the ability to jump, I might have risked that, but you have 0 ability to jump. I'm just going to slowly walk her backwards. The thing is I'm not even sure who did it, which makes it most annoying of all, because we've got 4 notorious can't close the door. And by can't close the door, I mean the door to outside. The door to the bathroom while they're using it. The door... the door downstairs so that the cats don't come down here. I mean, alright, not all of them are can't close the door while they're using the bathroom, but there are a couple of them that on occasion do not remember to close the door. Like they push it in the general direction of being closed, but unless it's a door that I have open because I need it open, they can't seem to be bothered to put that minimal amount of effort to get it to latch closed. Although today the door was just wide open, and at least a couple of times. And the first time I saw the mess in the bathroom, it's a tiny mess. It's not as bad as the one day when I came in there and the entire floor was a mess, but I mean, I can tell something's been at the hole in the wall. And I mean, let's be honest, I just need to fix the hole in the wall, alright? Hey, bug. Nope, are you spraying me with stuff? Because I come over here to bust up this rock. I apparently need some better rocks, because you are not getting a lot of metal out of stuff. Hey, turtle. Sorry, turtle. I was trying to hit those dogs? What are those? Oh, yeah, hyenodons. Right. I forgot those were in the game. All right. Well, let's wander around the outside of the building. The outside then, and we'll see about gathering some better supplies. Maybe out this way. Maybe. Yeah, we played some Borderlands 3 last night, or 2, not 3, 2 last night. We're farther than I've ever been in that game before. It's still just okay to me. I don't think the jokes in it are that funny. And I kind of like the gameplay, but I wish the game was a little smarter about matching what you have. Because I have 45,000 credits now saved up uh, in the game, and uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, we're okay. Last time a T-Rex roared at me out here, my Anki threw me off and I died, and it took me a long time to find him again. But I don't like the weapon system in the game. It's not good. I don't like not being able to upgrade, I guess. It's kind of my favorite thing in games, right? You go up a level, because the game's got levels, you upgrade. You get to a new area, you get better weapons. And it's not really giving us better weapons. We're only like level 20, 25-ish, I think, and we haven't, I've been carrying the same sniper rifle for a long time now, and I would like to get a better sniper rifle. Because the one I've got, I don't like, and they do weird things to the weapons, which just kind of ruin them for me. And so, because the weapons in the game are randomized, you get these weird combinations, like, I would like a sniper rifle with a large clip. That's what I would like. And so every time I get a sniper rifle that has a large clip, it always has, when you're zoomed in, it fires like an automatic rifle. And, you know, I don't like that. I just want to take nice, precise, powerful shots and call it good. And then there's terrible, like, drift on the sniper rifles I have. And then when I do find one that has less drift, it has, like, way less power than what I'm using, and has, like, three spots for ammo, you know? And it's like, this is not a good weapon. I need a good weapon. That is a cliff. You almost ran off a cliff thinking it was a ramp, and it is not. So I think the next thing that I need to add is probably the mixer, so that I can do better in making up things like cementing paste and gunpowder. And I can't move because the Anki has the worst steering. He's tiny, he can't turn. Yeah, anyways. But we're having fun, I guess. It's a bit too all over the place, quest-wise as well. You get quests for all these different sections, and I don't like last night we spent most of our time driving around this one zone, because it was this quest where you're causing feuds between two groups, and so you do a quest for one side, and then the other side would want you to turn around and do something to the other side, and just back and forth repeatedly. And so, oh. You'd think they'd get a handle on that thing the raptors do when they get killed. I'm gonna turn all spaghettified. But, yeah, I don't know. I've been playing Rage a lot, which I really liked when it first came out. And I think I like the control is a little better in Borderlands 2, although Borderlands 2 is a newer game. But I think I still like Rage a little better. Similar aesthetics. But I like the slightly more serious tone that Rage has going on. I got Rage 2, but I want to play through Rage 1. I know you don't have to. They are related, but the trailer gives you a rundown on what you need to know from Game 1 to be able to play Game 2. Because Rage 1 came out a long time ago, like 2011 or something like that. I mean, that's 8 years ago. That's a long time between games. Although there are some games that I would love to see a sequel to. There was a sale at Humble Bundle, and I was looking through it, and they have they had a Legacy of Kain collection on there, which just recently got put on Steam, I think. Or it just recently went on sale on Steam. I don't know. Either way, I bought it on Steam. And so it's got a bunch of the Legacy of Kain games, and I would love for them to either start that series over with modern, game engines, or continue it so we could get the end of this storyline, because that's a wonderful story to me, anyways. Especially since it's all based on a quirk, which is funny to me. A quirk, a choice. I guess it's all based on a choice. And the first game in the series is called Legacy of Kain, right? Blood Omen. It's called Blood Omen. Blood Omen Legacy of Kain? Dude, I can't remember. Let me... yeah, Blood Omen Legacy of Kain was the first game. And, so it was pretty cool. It was a top-down kind of Zelda-like game, except you played this vampire guy who was like a crusader and got turned into a vampire. And so, but it's a Zelda-like game, so you can't get places until you beat the bosses and you collect the different abilities and stuff like that. And so, alright, what do I have to have for the mixer? Nope, not the cooker. I want the other one, the chemistry bench. So I need 250 crystal, that's not a problem. 250 electronics, that's not a problem. 250 metal ingots, that's not a problem. 100 spark powder, also not a problem. I might actually have most of the stuff for this. 250 electronics, 100 spark powder. I don't... Oh, here's the crystals. I forget how many it said I needed. I'm not going to have the ability to move, or the cementing paste. Ooh, does this thing take, I might need to build a generator first. I can't remember. I'll have to look here. And no, I didn't want to start you up. That was an accident. And so at the very end of the game, you fight. Well, not the very end of the game, but toward the end of the game, you fight this dude, Mobius, who has mastered time travel. And or not time travel, has mastered a device that lets him see everything that's going to happen and all the variations. And so he Kane uses it. And so at the very end of the game, which has nothing to do with being able to see all the different futures, at the very end of the game, Kane is given a choice to die and take the last of the vampire curse with him, restoring the pillars of Nosgoth. Or he can destroy the pillars, which are corrupted in the game, and so you are freeing them from their corruption. Or you can destroy the pillars and consolidate your rule over Nosgoth. And so in the it's an actual choice at the end of the game. You choose, and then the cutscene, shows either the corruption of the land or the restoration of the land. And so then whatever happens to them deciding what they were going to do when they made a sequel, they decided that they would make a sequel based on what would happen if Kane chose to take over. And so then you play as Raziel. And Raziel is one of Kane's lieutenants, and Kane had a vision from the Mobius device that that a winged, now this is what they tell you, that a winged vampire would destroy him. And so when Raziel, Kane's lieutenant, grows wings, Kane tries to kill him. That's what you're told. Oh, you know what? This is not where I thought I was at. I gotta go around the other side here. And but then it turns out that as you play through that, Raziel drifts to the bottom of the pit he's thrown into. It's full of water. And when he gets to the bottom, somebody speaks to him. Now, it's been a long time since I played the games, and so I don't remember who's who. But when he gets to the bottom, he's offered a chance to return and fight against Kane. And so you return, but now you're not the vampire Raziel, you're the Soul Reaver Raziel, kind of a vampire but for souls. And so Raziel returns. He looks completely different. He doesn't have his wings anymore. And so you go through the game, and once again, it's a Zelda kind of game. Only now it's a 3D game, and there's some pretty cool puzzles at the time, using blocks that you would flip around to different sides and push with your 3D character. And so as you're playing through those games, it's revealed along the way that Kane saw that that an evil was coming, and the only way to defeat it was to create the Soul Reaver. And so that's why he did everything he did, was because he saw what was coming, and the only way to defeat it was to basically enslave the world as the evil Kane until he could create the Soul Reaver. And so, game 1, you're freshly awoken Kain. Game 2 and 3, you play Raziel the Soul Reaver. And then that's 3 games. And then there's a game. Let's see, Soul Reaver. Isn't he in more than one? Legacy Kain, and then Soul Reaver, and then Soul Reaver 2, and then Blood Omen 2 comes out, and it takes you back in time, and you play young vampire Kain as he gains his powers. Maybe Raziel goes back in time. I can't remember. It seems to me there's some time travel there. Raziel might go back in time at the end of Soul Reaver 2. And so then Kain fights his way through the various vampires. I really could have used some stuff there, but I guess we can gather some bits. What's the best creature for me to fight to get what I need? Nope, you drop pelt. There's a lot of Ankies around. I bet they drop some keratin. Should probably clean out my thing. So, you know, so like in the first one, right? Kain fights against these different wizards and vampires, and oh, you know, I was gonna put some of this on me. Let's go ahead and equip myself with armor here. Hey, I am trying to work here, buddy. And so in the second game, as Raziel, you fight against Kain's lieutenant, who are all like these tragic backstory figures where like they used to be vampire hunters and Kain killed them all and hunted them down and, you know, raised them to his cause and that kind of stuff. And so then you fight those guys, and then I think that continues in Soul Reaver 2, but eventually you find out there's some kind of creatures that come from another dimension, and then when you play Blood Omen 2, it's about a younger Kain fighting against other vampires, and then Blood Omen or Legacy of Kain Defiance was the last game, and it combines the two stories, and so Kain and Raziel have to work together. And so what Kain has done is he realizes that they need the Soul Reaver. Well, the Soul Reaver is a sword and Raziel. And so Kain figures out that he can take Raziel and absorb him with the Soul Reaver, and they will produce an empowered Soul Reaver which is strong enough to actually defeat the enemy that's coming. And that Kain couldn't do it with just the Soul Reaver. He needed the empowered Soul Reaver. And so that's the whole reason he did everything he did, was to get a Raziel, I think Raziel in the sword, and then that way he has the empowered weapon, and then and then that was it. That was it. They ended. They ended with the enemy coming and Kane in control of the weapon needed to defeat them, and they never made another game in that series. Which is sad, because that was a really fun storyline for me. Which I'm more about than actual gameplay, which I know I've said before is really weird because I play a lot of these survival games and I enjoy them and they don't have a storyline, but I really do like a good storyline. It's important enough to me that something has a good storyline that I'll watch a mediocre show that has a continuous storyline over a high quality show that doesn't. I like a good storyline. Alright, so maybe... I know this dude's got a bunch of... I parked him too much in the doorway, I think. I know he's got a bunch of stone on him. And then I hope... Well, not as much as I thought you might pick up, buddy. That's weird. I really thought you'd come through with lots and lots of supplies for cementing paste. I forgot how much stone weighs. So hopefully I get the cementing paste. Seriously, will you stop opening and closing the door? I just want to pick up this stone. Okay, 50. I think that's the stone, though. How much more do I need for this? A lot more than 50. So I'm going to be at this for a little bit, I guess. So I suppose we could call it here. So click like if you like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one. And I will talk to you later.